Joyce Dodge, the MTO Mrs. We are on episode 15, which means we are wrapping it up at this point. So for our trip for Germany and Denmark. So still we're centered in Rostock, and everything we're doing comes off of there. Okay, so we're doing 4 days in this video. So on the first day, we took a train up to the Isle of Rügen. And so it's a large island. So there we stopped at a town called Sassnitz. And Sassnitz is known for having a very rocky beach and white cliffs. So we really wanted to see those cliffs. So we ended up doing quite a hike. They were worth the walk. It really was pretty. Another place we were seeing the swallows, and I thought that was really cool. So Anthony got into the water there, and he was a little like, how much? It was just so rocky. It was hard to walk even in the water. From there, we went to a town called Binz. Binz is known for its sandy beaches. It was beautiful. Such a lovely, lovely place. I went in the water. First time I'd been in the Baltic there, that large of a body of water, I guess. I just waded up, maybe thigh high. I had my bathing suit on, and decided that was enough. It was cold. This ended up being just such a long day, but we decided, what the heck, we're gonna hit the town of Stralsund, and we stopped and had dinner. I thought maybe that might give us a little bit of oomph. And we just walked around the old town, took some pictures, got back where we still had a little time for our train, so we sat and admired the little inlet there of the water. And okay, the next day we left from Rostock again and went to Warnemünde. We were going to go swimming. It was a hot day, but once we got to Warnemünde, it was lovely. And so it's got a lovely town there. We walked through it quite a bit. We both swam in the water. I got all the way into and dove in, and so I got in fully into the Baltic Sea, and that was very nice. Okay, from there we get to our third day, and we left Rostock and went to Frankfurt, where our plane takes off from Frankfurt, so we always end up there. So we did something different this year. We went to a town called Bornheim, and it's a part of Frankfurt. I shouldn't call it a town. It's just a section of Frankfurt, and it was a really happening area. I was just thrilled to see different parts of Frankfurt, because we always go to the same parts, and I thought it was fun. There was just a lot of shopping there. There were a lot of people there, a lot of people out in the streets. I think there were some performers out there. And we went to a train shop, and Anthony picked up his last train. Happily, we got everything into our bags. Very creative packing. We got everything in, so we didn't need an extra bag like we were afraid of. So from there, it was time to hop on a train early and get ourselves to the Frankfurt airport. And we waved Auf Wiedersehen to Germany, and we will be back. It's a feeling. So thank you so much for watching these. I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you learned something new about Germany through our eyes. So enjoy, please.
And we're crossing onto the Isle of Rügen. There we can see a little bit of it in the distance. We're about halfway to our destination now. Joyce and I are in Sassnitz. We're going to see the rocky beaches here, and then we'll go down the coast and see the sandy beaches. Yep. To start our day. Beach day. And maybe Joyce will go swimming.
Beach day 1.
Beach day 1. We'll see if Joyce goes swimming today or tomorrow. Yeah. Alright, so coming out of the train station, that's our first shot, the Baltic Sea. Gonna hit the beaches. Okay, so a little bit of damage left over from the war. We're finally bathroomed and braced, so now we're gonna head down to our hike along the beach. The sun's already kind of brutal. A bit more But yeah, that dead ends there. You have to go up here and go down. Of course, most people just take the bus and go out to the one place out here. Alright, we're on this walkway to get down. You got a ferry, you got the harbor here, you got the breakwater out there. I do believe the line said walk your boats or bikes, but these people listen to the rules? No. It's a memorial to all the people who have lost. So we've walked through the height of the tourist area. It's still tourist area, but now we're hitting the actual park. And there's where the beaches start. But this is the rocky side of the island.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you then walk around that point, you know, because you've got the cliffs here, but they're tree covered, but the white chalk cliffs, I think you can start seeing them when we get around that point. Okay. It's taken quite a bit of a hike, but we're on the outskirts of the cliffs, and the cliffs just keep going, but you know, the tourist area and everything. Here you can see the harbor where we walked through way back there. So we've come quite a ways, a little further than I planned. The birds, you can see, they nest in here. They dig holes, and apparently they're very vital to this.
Different from Denmark. Denmark, they were going along the ground.
Right along.
Here they made their own homes.
Right. All right. Okay. We are up Sassnitz. Oh, I don't know where the hell we are. But we have beautiful white cliffs behind us. And Anthony must go in the water. Because Anthony must go in the water. It's very rocky, if you can see how thick the rocks are. So he has his water shoes on. Some bigger rocks. But is that enough? So big ship out in the harbor. That's Anthony. Lots of sailboats. Lots of larger ships in the back, far back. These are swallows that are dancing around us. We have our homes in the cliffs behind us. Yeah, it is. As far as I can see, it's rock. Probably blame the cliffs behind you. It's actually not cold.
Really? Yeah, we'll check that out at the sandy beaches.
What?
We'll check that out in the sandy beaches. The last two bodies of water you've been in, huh? Right. It's not higher up on the rocks yet. That could change, of course.
Okay, so I did dip in. Joyce videotaped that. And now we're going to head back to the sandy beaches and leave the cliffs behind. Now there are cliffs all along. We're not going to go up to the Königstuhl. But it was nice to come up here a bit. So now we're going to go down to Prora and Binz. We're in the residential area of the town. Pensions and luxury homes and vacation homes. So what they call Sassnitz. Old Sassnitz. The old resort town before World War II.
Stairs.
Alright, a little memorial park. City Archives, and this is the, I think, the Rathaus, Stadt Sassnitz. So this is Johannes Kirche, nicely framed with the beautiful trees in a dark green. They just cut the grass, but apparently it is National Fertilize Your Gardens and Yards Day because yeah, but we've been smelling manure since we left Rostock. So we've been walking along a bit. So here's all your tourists. Mm-hmm. Probably. Do you want to go through here? Some of the buildings there. You can see them in the background. No. Not allowed to actually film people, but I'm not filming people. But Joyce and I are finally on a beach. We are in the town of Binz. We're all greased up. We're about to go in, but I thought I'd get a little video of where we're at. The cliffs and trees. It's a very pretty location. So that's what we'll do.
Is Anthony? Oh God, just gotta hold still. Alright, we are in the Baltic Sea. We are in Binz. This is a beautiful little lake area or Baltic Sea area. I went as far as I wanted to. See no Anthony. I always want some to be filmed. Alright. Yeah, go in. Come on. You can do it. It's kind of cold though, that's when it's really warmed up. There he goes. So, from the surface. There he is. Alright. He's good. Tomorrow I'll go in. Oh, look at him.
Stralsund, Rügen, Ausstieg in Fahrtrichtung links.
Alright, you probably look haggard. I did go swimming in the Baltic Sea,
Right.
and I did a lot of swimming. Joyce went in, got cold, and got out, but she did
Typical, yeah.
it. Tiring. Long
Yeah.
beach and a lot of walking back and forth trying to get information, and the train station's at one end of town, and the tourist information is all the way on the other side of town. Trying to find, like, okay, do you
We
have...
got the,
we were looking
Yeah.
for, like, how do you change? And your friend was like, you do it on the beach, or go into a bathroom if you're shy. Oh, okay. How do you rent little things down there? Oh, the hotels do that. Okay. So we are doing a quick visit to Stralsund. We're tired. We're going to get something to eat here and take a quick peek into the Altstadt just to say, hey, we saw Stralsund.
yeah, we had to run for the train.
Yeah, we had to run for the train. And we couldn't really do a lot of video. We couldn't do a lot of video on the beach because they kind of frown on it.
Watch filming anybody else.
Yeah.
Need to zoom in on
So anyhow, come back with some video of Stralsund.
Yeah.
All right, we are in Stralsund. Oops, I took Joyce out of the picture there, but we're in Stralsund. We're going to get something to eat, take a quick look at the Altstadt.
Weary travel.
Very tired, but I want to put Stralsund on my visited list.
Yep.
So here we go. Okay, we are in Stralsund. That's the really lovely train station at Stralsund. Alright, it's a beautiful fountain here, and you can see some old city walls there, but that's an epic view. There's more water on the other side, some guys fishing, heading into town. Cool buildings as we're coming up on the main. And we're coming to what's called Neuer Markt, the new market. Real cool building here, but I'll get a different picture of it. Okay. Wow, that's a big church. So free parking in the square on the weekend, but a really big building there, a post bank, and then around here we got the big church here. Unfortunately, off the top of my head, I don't remember its name. It's the Marienkirche. Okay, it's the Marienkirche. Hey, you need to let me know that you've stopped to take pictures or something.
Turn left onto Monstrasse.
We're going down here to find a place to eat that we looked at the menu online and decided it sounded good. Alright, just heading down a street towards the Altermarkt. You can see a couple of the tall buildings we're heading for. And then we'll call it done in Stralsund. So it must be the backside Oh my. Wow. Huh. Okay. So this has got to be the, I would have to say, the town hall.
Continue straight onto Alder Markt.
Okay, we are coming into late evening, about 6:30. It's amazing. The sun officially sets later than it does in Toledo, Ohio, but I swear 6 o'clock here feels later than 6 o'clock in Toledo. 6:30. But there's the town hall and St. Nikolai Kirche. That's what I'm trying to remember. So we made it into Stralsund. Just to say we were here. We didn't really live the town the way we do Rostock and that, but it's another town we've spent part of a day in. Oh. Can't live everywhere. Sometimes you can barely live anywhere. Look at the old fortress fortifications down there. We're walking over to the Kniepertor. You're learning to do flyby shootings. You're doing flyby snapshots. You don't even stop. You're just click, keep moving, click, keep moving. It looks like access from this way is blocked. Okay. You can see some of the old walls in the city. older redone ramparts. But I guess you can go through there and go up to the gate a bit, but the gate is closed and things shut, but this is a cool shot of it. I can learn to keep my hand tilted the right way. And more of these very yellow and colorful buildings. And that's going to wrap up our time in Stralsund. Now it's a long walk back to the train station. And call it good. Well, Joyce and I have an hour to kill before our train, so we're about 4 minutes from the train station. We've stopped at this park and sitting on a bench and killing off the rest of the evening. Hour for our train, and then an hour by train back to Rostock, and then home.
It was prettier than sitting at the station, I thought.
Yeah,
This is
it's
a
pretty
lovely, lovely area.
prettier than sitting at the station.
Oh, I know how we all like stations.
All right, we have arrived up at Warnemünde. And our train was overpacked and people were getting pissed and they were pushing through rudely and harshly or throwing temper tantrums. So we're just gonna go down to the beach for a quick swim and just a quick look around, and then we're gonna wait for our train shop to open and we're gonna do that. The latest rush has gone through. Yeah. We're not really gonna go through the Altstadt, but thought we would get a little bit. All right, so we're here. There's the famous lighthouse, but I'm really not here to be too touristy. I want to come up to Warnemünde, see the beach, swim in the Baltic Sea, and call it good.
We can go down there?
Technically, yeah. Yes, you can if you want to go that way. As I said, there's a little bit further up is the walkway if you want to come back.
Okay. There's a queue here. So, did you say something? No.
All right, so we are okay. Now the next question is, do you want to rent one of these things?
If we're going to be here about an hour, no.
Okay, but here we are. We're on the famous Warnemünde beach. There's the lighthouse. Try not to film anybody, because they have strict regulations about that. Are you okay with an hour, or would you like to, if we rented one of these, you could sit in the shade for a bit?
We'll just see.
Because they're all numbered, of course. And
Yeah, of course.
but yeah, There's the other light out there. Oh, you okay? But it just goes on and on. It's going to be near 90 today. It's already in the 80s. It's already very yucky. But yeah, a lot of people are waiting in line to rent them. Right, Joyce.
Oh, you have my glasses.
Oh, well, your glasses were dirty. Sorry.
Thanks.
You did it.
You did it.
You not only did you wade out, you swam, and you swam a couple of, well, can't call them laps, but you swam some distances in the Baltic Sea. How you feeling, champ?
Ah, great.
That was awesome.
Nice.
I was so happy. We went out together, swam, talked to some nice German kids and from Berlin, and yep, amazing. Amazing. But Joyce went swimming in the Baltic Sea. Nice job. And we watched the ferry that we came in a few days ago coming in, so maybe that's a way to round it out. Okay, a little concert hall park called the Kur Park. Could use a lot more grass than just what's up there. Obviously, they're getting ready for a concert tonight. Well, we finished our day at the beach. And now we're going to try to go to a shop and go train shopping. We just visited Kinderland Hoffmann here, and I was told to come here that they had train stuff. They didn't have a lot of American. He did have them, but he had them at prices I can get cheaper other way. But oh my God, the real play toys for kids! Like look at the little bear on the little Bavarian bear going back and forth on biking on the tightrope. That is so cool. This was a great shop. Yep. It is Sunday night. Joyce and I are going out for a dessert dinner. They've still got the wine tasting party going on, but the rest of the city is shut down. Even probably 50% or more of the restaurants have closed. But this is it. We're saying goodbye to Rostock. We leave in the morning. We still got to pack. And we're really kind of saying goodbye to Germany, although we'll be in Germany for a couple of more days. But tomorrow is all-day travel. We're going to get to Frankfurt in a heat wave. And probably just hide in our hotel and sleep. And then the next day, we're in Frankfurt the whole day. But there's really only one thing we're going to do. It's going to kind of be boring, but at least the temperatures are supposed to drop. But it's been a wild ride. So many epic, which has been my word for the trip. Epic, epic, epic. So many epic events. And Rostock, like Bamberg, has been a nice place to end it on. Yeah. When we did Bamberg 2 years ago. I don't think we feel quite as connected to Rostock as we did to Bamberg. Joyce says nope. Just got into Frankfurt and there's a 114 here. Boy, they're pulling out some of the old guys. But what a hectic. We had 8 minutes between trains. And at this one now. But we had 8 minutes between trains, and our train was 5 minutes late. We had to run up the stairs, run down the stairs. They were trying to get the train to leave. The Deutsche Bahn people were telling everybody to get out of the way. They're closing the door. It's too late to get on, but we got on anyhow. I had to hold the door. Joyce was a few seconds behind me because she got caught in the crowd trying to carry our bags down the stairs as everybody's pushing and running. It was just insane. Alright, it is our one day to kill time in Frankfurt, just because I didn't want to take the 6-hour train ride, which was a long and tedious day yesterday, and try to get on a plane today. So I gave us a day to quote rest. Unfortunately, our hotel air conditioning system failed and it was hot last night, so we're going to move hotels, but we can't check in till 3, so we're out shopping. And I've been told about this shop that they sell some model trains. They are a Märklin listed dealer, and they've got Märklin on the window, although their shop's a little smaller than it used to be, at least on pictures I've seen. But we'll see how far back it goes, and if they let me film and I find something, well, I'll do more. Well, we've been to Frankfurt so many times I wasn't going to do it, but since we're taking one last stroll down to the Altstadt, I'll just get a couple of quick random shots here. Just another cool fountain. The heart of European banking right there. So much good and bad is done in these buildings, good and evil. Famous E. European Union, home of the Central Bank of the European Union. We're coming up on the backside of the Altstadt on Mundsgasse. This famous tower. And you got the old riverfront church there. If we go through there, we'll come up through the tourist area. So, little cool courtyard of this big building, which goes back many centuries. But will. Do you want to just go all the way through and come around? Okay. But we're coming up to the Ruhrberg, which is the central tourist Altstadt. When Frankfurt was destroyed during World War II, and it was heavily destroyed, they basically elected to build new. They saved a couple of sections of the Altstadt, or rebuilt a couple of sections of the Altstadt, but everything else was new built. So it's very modern with a couple of the old sections, which we're coming into now. So what we are going through, this is actually the City Hall, the Rathaus Frankfurt. And it's all connected here. And then up around the corner will be the Romerberg. But this is the old market square, and this area and coming around the corner is the one area they rebuilt. So the Ratskeller, the town hall cellar, which is basically always a bar. That they could that the town hall people in the Middle Ages could repair to. We have been to Frankfurt many, many times, and yet I have managed to accidentally delete or screw up every video. And even some of the photos we've taken. So I guess I'll film it again just to make sure we get some elements of it. Here we come onto the Römerberg. So here it is, the Römerberg. And as always, there's something being constructed on it or repaired on it. These are all the old merchant guild houses. You can buy model kits of these. Put them on any layout. And then, all right, Joyce. Here we go. Here we are. We're in Frankfurt again.
Yeah,
At the Römerberg.
at the Roman
Römerberg. The Roman hill. It's where the Romans built a fort along the river here a long time ago. And all these famous old buildings. The only, and of course, the cathedral through there. We have been here many, many times. Outside of the stuff we did with our students, we've probably been here more than anywhere else in Germany. Outside of Berlin, Goslar, Bremen, Osnabrück. But 2017, 2019, 2023, 2025. Okay, so here's the town hall, which we just, it extends. It's a huge building here. It's impressive, but and to be honest, it's kind of cool. It's not quite loaded with tourist groups today. Having said that, tourist group.